Today we're joined by Sudhansh Verma from Mini India about settling in here and starting a successful business in Ireland. So you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
So, why did you decide to come to Ireland?
Destiny. It's a difficult question, but very easy to answer. I never knew where was Ireland, until I went to my travel agent and buying a ticket for Ireland. And he's asking me, can you show me where's Dublin actually? So I had to show him on the map because he never sold any ticket to Ireland till then, in my city of Lucknow. That was back in 2001, we're talking about.
It was as a holiday.
No, actually, I came for a job. But I had heard about Ireland through my teachers in school because one of the first principals of a school where I was actually studying, his wife was from Ireland. We used to call her Mrs. Daniel. And Mr. Daniel was first principal of that school, and it was an army school where I went to, called Sainik School. And she was wife of Mr. Daniel, and they happened to meet in India, and then they married. And through her, we came to know about Ireland, and we heard many stories about Ireland, but it was just coincidence that a few years later I landed up here.
So you came here for work. What were you doing?
So I worked for a company called Shell. You had a back experience working for British Petroleum, BP. It was a roller coaster journey at the time when I came. In international community, especially Indians, were very, very few, and I could count on finger. So very few Indians in Ireland. And then I further did my studies here as well. I did masters in business, studies. I already had MBA, but I just wanted to get some Irish education, so I did that. Then life moved on, but I had a bit of a roller coaster journey in terms of my health. 2004, got married to Surabhi, and we call her Mini. So that's Mini India is after her name, So it's just a tribute to her because she played a vital role in my life in getting me back where I was. I was very, very sick. I got chickenpox, went into my brain, had 9 infections, one after the other. And it took me multiple weeks to come out of coma, and then it took me more than a year to come out of hospital, and then followed by a lot of other therapies and treatments. And today I'm here sitting, had a wonderful life thereafter. I had 2 beautiful girls, and then we are happy.
Was that before you started Mini India?
Oh, much before that. We're talking about 2005 that happened, So, but I'm recovering this every day. It was one of its kind of case that happened in Irish history, and it has never happened in Ireland. So it was very difficult for hospital to manage, and they had to get a lot of consultancy from outside Ireland because through chickenpox, having encephalitis, transophthalmitis, Guillain-Barré, facial palsy, cerebral palsy, 9 infections, one after the other, it is something that never happened in Ireland, and it happens 1 in 10 million worldwide. So it was never seen, and that's why it was never treated, and that's why never known how to manage that kind of patient.
And did you receive all of your treatment in Ireland?
Most of it in Ireland, in James's Hospital, and thanks to Dr. Colin Bergen, who was my consultant at the time, in contagious disease at Hospital 5. I did move to National Rehab Center in Tulare and was very well looked after. And then I moved to India for my further treatment with my brother, who looked after me in terms of treating me with Ayurveda, the oldest medicinal natural way of life. And that helped me a lot in terms of because I had no muscles, I had no speech, I had no eyesight, and I was on trachea for a very long time. So it was a very difficult case for myself, my family, and because my wife was only new to this country, and so she didn't know how to manage as well. And fair play to her that she was very confident and she was very determined to bring me back to life. So, and finally it happened. And I'm thankful to God, and so it all played a vital role.
So most of your recovery was in India, and then you came back to Ireland?
Came back to Ireland, yeah. I started working back with the same company, and then I worked for a company called Contract People for some time, and then moved. Then decided to do my own business, and opened a very big supermarket in Lucan. It's called Eurasia. That was my brainchild, and I started that. But for with different circumstances, I had to move out of that project, and I relocated back to India for some time, some projects there. I started a school in India, so we have a charity school and we also have a commercial school. So that is up and running now. We have around 800 students in that school, and I'm very happy to see that funding from the commercial school going to the charity schools is self-funded project now. So
what kind of school is it?
It's a normal national school, the primary school and secondary school, that teaches orphans, poor children, and village students. There's in a very village rural community setting, and I'm very happy to see that we're doing something good in that sector, because I believe that education is the best gift that we can pass it on to anyone today, and that's what we're doing there.
Great, sounds good. Okay, and then where did you get the idea for Mini India?
So when we came back to Ireland after a few years after setting up that school in 2016, and I always had that in my mind that I will probably go back to business. But I started working for Meta. I worked for them for some time, till I found this location here in city center, and I said, okay, that's something good location for me, and let me see if I can get it. And it was just after COVID, and I managed to get that, and that's how the Mini India. So when it came to naming that business, I said I'll just name it after Mini. So, and because we were selling Indian spices and goods, so it very well connected to the name wise. It's called Mini India, and that's how the journey of Mini India started. So today we have 4 locations: Cabinteely, Westmoreland, Sandyford, and Limerick. We ventured out into food as well. So we have food in the name of Chatori. We have fine diners in Cabinteely, and we also have this similar setting in Limerick as well, in Parkway Shopping Centre.
Cool, and they're all vegetarian and vegan.
All vegetarian and vegan, because we believe that we needed to create an USP that is something unique to us, and which we believe in. And with due respect to all, that we thought we will serve something authentic, something real, something which is bringing back to your home nostalgia, and that was the whole idea of having something different.
So what was food like for you at home?
I went into a boarding school, so it was I didn't have my mother's food for a very long time. I was there until 11 years of age with my parents, and then I was moved into hostel setting, where I was fed with other 300 cadets, because we were all cadets, because the aim of the school was to send them to army school. So we were all trained to go in the army. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it for a health reason. I was having a epigastric hernia, which was operated, and I was not fit for the Air Force, which I wanted to fly, become a fighter pilot. I couldn't do that, and but that's why I'm here. So that destiny again, and life has been really, really good. Mini India keeps me very busy, very, very busy, because I believe in creating a community, delivering something that is meaningful, and connecting people back to their home through food and culture. I've been involved in the community a lot, actually. Being a priest myself, I do a lot of prayers in Ireland. I do weddings, I do death rituals. I've done more than 2,500 rituals in Ireland so far. I'm not able to do much now because of my commitment to the business. But I was involved in a project called Vedic Hindu Cultural Center, which has been very close to me, because we had no Hindu temple in Ireland. So when I came, I said, okay, this is something we need to set up. So I did the first puja, the prayer session that was held by Hindus in Ireland. was in Clontarf Castle back in 2001, in September 2000. And that was the first prayer session. We had around 70 people there. So that was the whole community of
That's 25 years ago.
25
So
years.
before that didn't exist?
No, it didn't exist. So that's the first event that happened. And then 2004, first Holi public event happened. Holi is coming up actually next week. And this will happen in March in 2004 actually in Phoenix Park. It was the first public event covered by RTE that we had celebrated. And then 2005, this my sickness actually happened. And but then it took me a few years to come back, but again, I did devote a lot of time in the community, doing a lot of cultural events, bringing people. I'm part of interfaith as well, so we do a lot of interfaith activities. I go to schools, talk about multiculturalism. I go to teachers' colleges to teach about, the how what is Hinduism, how did it evolve, what does it mean, and values around it. I do some meditation sessions, whenever I can manage. But life is amazing, good, busy.
And due to the fact that the company is expanding, you must have some very happy customers.
Very happy customers, very, very happy customers. And in our own restaurant, we have around 95% of return rate, which is like people go and they have to come back because they think that's amazing. We don't serve guilt. We don't serve any frozen food. We don't serve any canned food. We don't add red chili, which is not good for health. I agree. We only cut fresh green chili and add. We only cut fresh tomatoes and add to our meals. So we kind of wanted to make it different. We're not on the cost cutting mode. We're more on the value delivery mode always. So our motive is very clear, that food is something that we should not compromise on quality, and we should serve it authentic with aroma, with flavors that we can have back home. So people who come from India, the parents, so they don't miss that. And obviously, because we're not there, we should not feel that we're not there. So food is something that is helping people to connect back, and we're very happy and as a team. And I'm very thankful to my chefs and entire team that they are delivering to the best of their ability, and under huge management leadership that is in place, and my team is there to look
Oh,
after.
they must be. They must be. You said you have Holi coming up. What are your plans?
Massive plans. We will have. We're planning to do some food fest in our restaurants as well. Holi is actually next week, but the weekend will happen. The major events happen over the weekend, so we're planning something. We will be revealing it hopefully by Monday, after this weekend, and we will have a lot of community events happening. We are sponsoring some community events, as many in India, where people are playing colors and dancing on music, and then having some food. So it's all about the whole concept of Holi is that we believe we are one family under one God, right? That's our belief. We believe that everybody in different forms and shapes and comes and get colored, and you can't recognize, oh, he's from here, he's from there. So the idea is that it's unity. It's a kind of a message of color is all about unity and showing that respect to the other person, that we all look one, we're all colored, red, white, black, different colors on the face. You can't recognize who's from where, and because we all have the same blood cells and it's all running in the same veins, that God has gifted us.
Sounds good. You sound very busy. How do you balance the community work and the business?
It's a difficult one, yeah. So honestly speaking, I am kind of not able to give time to community as much I did in the past, because my focus is on business. We have a lot of plans for this year, and I'll be working on some projects, and we will reveal it very soon. We try to do a balance between family, business, community. However, my focus at the moment is more business, because I want to scale it to a level that I can get some time out of it and go back to the community, because I have massive plans to do some more major works in community. One is that I want to plant 30,000 trees in Ireland, in Wicklow Mountains, because I believe that we are indebted to Mother Earth, to those five elements that we are made of: the air, the water, the fire, the earth.
Is
And
Ireland the least forested country in Europe?
true, Ireland looks very green. Unfortunately, it is the least forested country in whole of Europe. The average per capita, is around 13% average forestation in Europe, and we are around 7%. Just half of that. So it does look green, but trees are not there. So we should plant more trees, because I believe if an oak tree can survive for 500 years, and it will give oxygen to how many generations you can think of in those 500 years, and multiplied by 30,000 trees, and that is benefiting every single person around it, who is taking that oxygen, and of these trees give us back. So we give and take. It's all mutual respect for art of giving.
Sounds great. And what challenges are you facing right now, and what are you doing to address them?
Business-wise, there are massive challenges. The cost of operations are really gone very, very high, and especially in food industry, we keeping the prices at the same level that we had in the past is a very, very challenging task, given the competition in the market. That's a very big challenge. The supply chain is another very big challenge, because we rely on supplies from majority from India. There are a lot of disturbances around the world, wars happening on this part and the other part, and then that also affects our routes for the shipment, and then supplies that used to come within 2 months, now they're taking more than 3 months, 3.5 months, and that is affecting business, because these are perishable products. They have a shelf life. And we have to work around it. That's the way it is. So,
and if somebody walks into mini India for the first time, what do you think they should order?
Food-wise, they should try our chai, tea. That is very, very popular. They should try our samosa, which is very, very popular. Onion bhaji is very popular. Onion bhaji, that suits everybody, and that's one of the best-selling products that we have. Samosa, onion bhaji. But on the grocery side, we have a lot of good things that people can buy. We do a lot of spices, and then we also do a lot of ready-to-eat food. So naans and those kind of stuff. People can go and just micro it and have it. So we do ready to eat, which is again very, very popular product here. So ask people to go and just try our chai and that's onion bhaji.
Cool, sounds great. We'll be sure to do that. Okay, thanks for coming in to speak to us, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome.